pretty ticked off. And Darren Tessier were saying that people were more just trying to turn their focus to the future now. I mean, how frustrating is it in there right now for you guys, especially the veterans like you?
I mean, any loss is really frustrating, and it kind of hurts. But I mean, what's happened is happened. You can't hang on for it too long. You kind of got a 24-hour rule. Hang on it, learn from it, and then once we learn from it, we can move on from it. But it's gonna hurt every guy in there because every guy puts in as much effort as they can into winning these games. And to a vet, I mean, to really any of the vets, any of the seniors, it's the last chance we get to play a team like this. It's a win we really wanted. I mean, we haven't beat this team now in 6 games, so it's a win we really wanted, and that's gonna hurt. But you got to keep going after you learn from this game, and move on to the next team because the next team gonna come win or loss. So.
Pat mentioned missed tackles being a problem today. Is that surprising to you that you guys had an issue with that?
I mean, it's something that we work on every day. We kind of emphasize you got to get hats to the ball. You got to get guys running to the ball. And, we got to take shots when we get the chance to. I had a couple missed tackles. A couple guys missed a couple tackles. And speaking for myself, I had a couple missed tackles that I know I definitely could have made. Really in the first quarter, it was kind of just giving stuff to them. So that really can't happen because it's really just little details that we got to fix. And maybe we got to do more practice. Maybe guys just got to focus on it more, but we got to get that fixed because that's just a detail that we can control. That's something we control, and we got to do our best to make sure that's executed correctly.
Did you feel like the success they were having with the bubbles and the other kind of outside stuff was hurting you guys schematically, or did you have guys in place and you just weren't making enough plays?
We gotta look at the film, but I think we had guys running to the ball. I think that's a big emphasis, but same thing. I think it came down to details, kind of physical aspect of making tackles and things like that. I think that was like the biggest deal as far as the first half of this game.
You talk about now you go your whole career without beating that team, and is there something UNC is just a bad matchup for you guys, especially offensively with all the points that have been scored in this series?
They're a good team, but past couple of years, I think it really came down to how do we hurt ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We had penalties in critical situations, like we just talked about, a bunch of missed tackles. A couple things here and there that we gotta get done right. As far as running plays correctly, and we gotta look at the film and really see what we did wrong and how we can fix that stuff. But I don't know what it is necessarily, whether you believe in bad juju or not. But it's tough. It's just tough.
Is there a sense right now, just in the immediate, that this was a missed opportunity, having had the lead at halftime?
For sure, yeah, definitely a big missed opportunity. Defense kind of started slow this game. I put that on myself. And we and that kind of threw us off as far as being on par with the offense and helping the offense out. They really saved our tails that first half of the game, and we got to do a better job of being on point with them and being in sync with them throughout the whole game. Really just finishing the whole game.
Sean, there's a lot of personnel changes on defense. I mean, I know you guys have been doing that for a lot of the year, but it seemed like this time it'd be like 10, 9, 11 new guys from one drive to the next. Does that make it hard to get in a rhythm at all as a defensive guy out there and trying to match up?
Not necessarily. I mean, a game like this, we down south, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? We know they're a no-huddle team. You're going to have to deal with some tempo. That's something that we kind of practice. And really beginning from camp till now, we have to make sure we had guys that we could rotate in at really any position. So having that happen really, it's really helping us more than really hurting anything in the way I see it, at least.
Alan, you got the final question.
Sean, you're a defense that prides itself on being able to stop the run. You get an opportunity to get your offense the ball back on the last drive, you aren't able to do it. Just how tough is that of a blow to take?
That's a big deal. I think I came down to that last year as well. A similar play, if I remember, I think that was on me as well. But I think at that point it comes down to being able to trust each other and being in the right positions, and that we're going to do our job to make sure that whoever can make that, who's supposed to make that play, can make that play. You know what I'm saying? I just got to put myself, especially me that it was running my side, got to put myself in the right position to either make the play or make sure the next guy can make the play. I think that's really what it came down to, and that's a critical situation that we got to have our antennas up on, So we got to get that executed and really have everybody, on high alert. This is critical, and we really have to make this happen. We got to trust that everybody's going to do their job in order to make it happen. And then when the time comes, we got to get guys to the ball. We got to get that guy making the play. We got to get guys to the ball. That's just really, really the case there.